Good morning. We are on the drive up to the Sentinel car park, which is the beginning of the walk. It takes us all the way to the top of the amphitheater, which is this beautiful mountain range, and it's just this platform at the top and you can look down. There's an epic waterfall and of course an epic view as well. We've just come above the clouds and it is absolutely stunning. I'm taking the F-Stop Ajna backpack, one EM1 with the 7-14, 12-40mm, 40-150mm, a couple of filters and cleaning kit, spare batteries and memory cards, some more lens cloths, pullover and a rain jacket, and of course a tripod and a litre of water, about 7-8 kilos of gear, not too bad. It's going to be harsh light all day, so the thing is to work with contrasts, maybe use the sun in the shot and hopefully get some low-hanging clouds to just show how high up we are. Okay, so we've got to our first spot where we're going to capture a photo. And it's basically just a person looking into the distance. We just came to this amazing lookout, and I'm trying to find a composition where the person doesn't get lost in the landscape. So I've come a little bit higher up, which really helps showing actually the depth. So if I'm lower down, then I can't show anything that's below the person. So if I come higher up, I can show this view that you're looking down into. I'm going to use the 7-14 with the EM1 Mark II. Always the M1 Mark II from now on, really. And I got the 105mm circular polarizer. There's quite a bit of haze and that'll really help me cut through that haze. We have the sun coming from one side, so we have bright and dark sides on the mountain, and there's a lot of ridges, so it gives us a lot of texture, which is great. But it also helps me put the person in a spot and make the person stand out. So I want the person to be in the sun and I want the background to be dark so the person stands out as much as possible. So by coming higher up, I can move around left and right a bit and actually get the right position. As we are hiking, more and more clouds are forming on the top of the mountains. So it's going to be a bit of a race against the clouds if we want to see the view back down into the amphitheater. But yeah, as usual, it's always a race, right? This is the easy way. That is our way. Slight mistake on the map reading there. We sort of went around the ladders and climbed probably the steepest way you could get up here without doing ladders. So now we're at the top, so we'll just check out the waterfall and then go back via the ladders. Gotta focus on your map sometimes. Right, we've come around a little bit. And I want to get more of the waterfall because it's the highest waterfall in South Africa, maybe even in Africa. It's not a free-falling waterfall, so it cascades, but it's over 1,000 meters high, which is amazing, right? I'm trying to come around so we can get more of these cascades and hopefully sort of frame the edge or the corner or this amphitheater, this beautiful round curve, and have the waterfall be like the central of the shot. The edges are just so steep and so abrupt. It's kind of sketchy standing on the edge to get a shot, so I'm trying to find a position where it's safe to stand and actually get a good shot. I don't mind heights too much, but I don't do anything stupid either. I'm pretty happy with what I got there. Let's see what we can pull out of it in the edit. And it's always a difficult situation when there's a lot of harsh light and shadows, like clouds and shadows. Now this is really nice when you have soft morning light, but in the middle of the day it can be quite a challenge to get a nice clean photo out of it that doesn't look too chaotic and too messy. So it'll all come down to how I process this image. let's move on to the next spot. We're basically going to head back now, and since we missed the ladders on the way up, we're going to get the ladders on the way down. We've arrived at the famous ladders, and they're really amazing. They have this amazing backdrop, and the challenge is to get a shot of a person coming up the ladder. Even though we're going down, we're gonna have to cheat a little bit on that way, and show the backdrop and show that how the height of the ladder and how sketchy the whole thing really is. I've never seen anything like it. For the shot, I'm going to use my tripod as an extension for my arm, so I can get my camera further out over the cliff and have more of the ladder in the shot. And I'll be using a 7-14 f2.8 Pro, and I'm setting my camera to a self timer. So I'm getting it to wait for 4 seconds so I can get the arm extension out, and then I'm getting it to shoot a photo every 2 seconds. We're on our way back now, and there's one last shot that I've spotted that I really would love to get, which is between the Sentinel, which is this huge lump of a mountain in front of us that's producing all these clouds and this mist in the air. It's really atmospheric. So as you can see, I'm miles away from my subject, and the reason is that being miles away or being far away from it means I have to zoom in a long way. Now, shooting with the 40-150, I can do that, and what it does is everything that's far away from my subject, so even further in the distance, will still appear big. Whereas if I shoot with a wide angle lens, say the 7-14 or the 12-40, everything that's far away will then appear even further away, and we lose the scale of things. So really nice sometimes to use a long focal length to get an interesting shot of scale and dimensions of things. That's it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more of these in the future, check out my Patreon page, linked down below, where you can support the production of future episodes and more content for you guys. So check it out. Thanks to everyone who's already supporting me. I hope to see you again next time.